this is Targan coming at you with another game of hardcore Minecraft. And we are picking up where we left off. I think it's nighttime. I think I'm on top of a tree. Yes, that is exactly what's going on. I went to sleep here, and we woke up safely right where we left ourselves. Always a nice feeling. So we're just going to inventory manage a very slight bit. And then keep on taking off towards home. So our elytra is in bad repair at the moment, but that'll be like okay. And we want negative 90. No, we want positive. Yeah, negative 90. That's the angle that we want to hold ish. Any variation is all right as long as we're still headed basically in this direction. Hi Renee, good morning. But I do want to realize I must have flown over this dark forest to check it out and gotten off path, but what more typical thing than that? So we're just going to zoom down here, and it doesn't look like there's any gold on that, so we're just going to pass by it. Very sad to not have any gold to take. Like, who do they think they are? We can see some creepers, so we'll just go ahead and drop down. And the thing about creepers is, they are made of delicious gunpowder. It's just the tastiest stuff. You're sick right now? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get to feeling better. Back on our negative 90-ish angle and coast on this way for a little bit. Man, elytrifying is fun. I think, I'm obviously I'm going to live forever, but if I ever were to die again, I would certainly make a priority of acquiring it quickly. I see why people would do that. I think I've said that before, but every time I'm flying around with it, I'm just like, man, this is a lot faster than not having one. A nice little flower forest here. Vast amounts of tulips. I need a lot of those flowers, but it's not part of the objective. The objective right now is to get home. The elytra's still at like half HP, which is okay. We'll need to make a bed. So we'll just land here, acquire a couple of wool, realize that sheep are made out of experience also, so acquires, some orbs. Also, I don't like sheep. No reason to keep them around. But I waited too long, and we're not going to be able to pick up that right now. But let's go ahead and just throw some more stuff in this shulker. Not the wool, who cares? Yes, the bones. And we'll just grab another bundle out. Oh, that's right. The eyes are large size because of the stacks, so that won't do. Potion, yeah, and then I've got just so much junk. Yeah, that's fine. It's a little bit of inventory space, and that's more than I had before. So, we will just take off. Yes. Do I have an ender chest anymore? No, I think I cracked it. So we'll stop off at the next nether portal. Yeah, because I need some obsidian, and then I will make a blaze rod. We're going like the wrong way. Yes. No matter what, if I ever, you know, clearly there's 360 degrees to choose, so it's very easy to choose the wrong one. There's a nice little spruce village over there. I do love a taiga like this. This is it's one of my favorite biomes aesthetically. A lush tree there. They got any nice nice wolves here that I haven't seen? I think I've already tamed a white one in this world, so we wouldn't need to do that. When you move this fast, you really can't see animals. At least I can't. Not very often. You know, it's just like if something catches your eye. Like I see a couple pink sheep every now and then, but that's just because they are pink. But we have one of my favorite things in the game, which is sheer cliffs next to an ocean. So we're gonna check out how that looks from on top of it, and it looks like we actually have quite an interesting little mountain formation going on here. Some lovely verticality. Just check in to see what the biomes are called. So there's this weird savanna on the side here. That's a windswept savanna. And windswept hills. That is so pretty. Alright, so we've got a beautiful little swamp here. And I gotta check that out too, but first we're just going to well, I thought I was going to delicately walk down, but we're just going to run up here, acquire some more obsidian so that we can get inside of our ender chest. Maybe look for a tadpole and put it in a bucket. It'll be the tadpole bucket challenge. I believe you get an advancement for it. And like always, I just, you know, I never bring my crafting tables with me, so I threw it on the ground again. But it's alright. So we're gonna get an ender chest again. Huzzah! And so much of this is just like either trash or things that I actually quite need to have on me. Can you put a shulker in a shulker? No, that would be too much. just like you get totally overwhelmed by the amount of trash that you carry, and then you just have to stop what you're doing sometimes, no matter what it is, no matter where, and address it. That's the only way you can feel better. Alright, and now we have slightly more room in bundles and such. We'll just throw diamonds in here. Like, why do I even pick up diamonds? I don't care about them. Don't tell the diamonds I said that. Alright. And now, with all of that, we've done barely any effort for the inventory, but we've got way more room in the bundles, and that is worth. And I almost cracked it with the normal one. That would have been bad. Hi, Natasha. I'm just going to grab the rest of the obsidian here, because I actually quite need a lot of it. And not the crying obsidian, because that's non-functional. I mean, it does look very sad. I mean, who doesn't want to sympathize with some rocks that are crying? But what we need now is to find some sugarcane. I don't know how swampily it grows, so. But what we also need is to go and look at pretty places. That is just as pressing as trying to find our way home and ignoring that boat, because floating tree islands high in the sky are among the most pressing of all things that I have to see. They're just a lot cooler than all the other things are. Parkour! Like this is what Minecraft's all about. I just really like floating islands. They are so nice. But I just need to see if I have any paper. I don't think I do. Yeah, I just need to go and get some. But real quick, did I leave my trident at home? Oh no. What a monster. Maybe it's in here in the shulker box of adventuring. Maybe I left my trident at home. That's very sad. I mean, not very sad. I shouldn't put it so strongly. It's an average amount of sad. Oh, here it is. I was like, I didn't think I would have done that. Yes, and in fact, I did not. So we're just gonna get our trident. So if we see like an ocean monument while we're flying home, then we'll crack into it. Because you know, so I would like to do that. But actually, I only have 15 minutes, so maybe I won't do that. But we'll have it out in case we want to. So, objectives in order. Need more rockets. Build a floating island at home. That would be nice. Oh no. The bow is in my offhand, making me slightly restricted in my ability to shoot rockets. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful! This is cool. this sort of like thing with the savanna, the windswept savanna, it seems to generate these sort of interesting areas fairly frequently, where you get like sort of like big wide open spaces and holes in it, and the floating islands. It just seems to be the acacia trees more often than other places. Colin, you say I could build a creeper farm? I could. I do not know how, but that definitely would be a thing I would be interested in. And that's a way to do it. I put them into my inventory, although I needed the crafting table. There we go. And now we will paper these up and make another 40 rockets. That's good. That'll be plenty. Probably. Yeah. And now I need to be going more like 60 or so, but... I've never looked up anything for Minecraft on YouTube, Colin, and I am unlikely to start, but I thank you for the recommendation all the same. I'll try to figure it out. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous! We've got this awesome little beach here with the swamps, and then a taiga that generated crazy high. And we've got what, like a dark forest piercing in with a taiga on the other side, which is real pretty too. This is yeah, this is quite high indeed. Up here at like 185 or so. Get another one of these sections where we get like interesting verticality with the dark forest, and there we go. Not wanting to be outdone, an acacia tree just terribly high in the sky. I love the slight color gradation changes that you get in the biomes. You know, there's perceptible when you're on the ground, but it's really like here when you're in flight that you can, see so many. Beautiful. We kind of need to go this way-ish. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The elytra has some life left in it, but the next... archaeology site. With the next night, we'll just drop down and mend it up some more. I don't think it's going to be, like, in any critical position for us, but... Well, now we're appropriately off of negative X, so now what's our angle want to be? Like 0-ish? That's just fine with me. Elytra still got a couple more minutes, I would say at least. I don't want it to crack. It would be like not embarrassing, annoying to have to go back to the end to get one. I would not relish it. I didn't really love getting it the first time. I mean, it was okay, but I didn't really love it. There's a slight discoloration here. I think it's just... Okay, so we're in a cold ocean, and this biome would have changed the color of the... yeah, so the beach changes the color of the water, and then it's back to cold ocean again, and that's why we had our little color shift there. I like understanding why the color is the way it is. Then I'll be able to quickly identify the cold oceans in the future. Yeah, you can tell by the way they are, I'll helpfully say. But Still like 5 minutes tonight. Don't know how far I want to push this elytra though. There was a bunch of livestock here, so I figured I would, oh. What was, okay, toggle. There you go. That is why that was annoying. Also, I think you elytra move in the water rather than like swimming, which is pretty funny and terrible. But maybe you can like shoot rockets while you're underwater. I guess a lot of them just don't give experience. Normally when I kill a cow or a sheep, I'm killing like 80 at a time. So it's a bit strange for it not to give experience, but I guess they often don't. We will gather our hero's tribute, look at cats that I have not tamed varieties of, and say, ah, whatever. Hey, Cherry Grove. Oh no, I have fallen down and I can't get up. This is actually a cherry grove just like 5k from home, so it's quite feasible that we've been here already before. I think, yeah, if we... Let me just say a funny sentence real quick. If we maintain focus, we should be able to get home before the elytra cracks. So, you know, that's hopeful, right? No, it won't take too long. We've got basically enough rockets. But I don't actually know if we've been here before. It's just, you know, it wouldn't surprise me. But the way the chunks are loading in makes me think that we have not. Because it's usually like the sort of blockiness that it happens whenever it's generating them for the first time. When it rediscovers what you already know, it's already there. Am I making the world like a lot larger and harder to load every time I discover things? Maybe. But then again, I'm not sure. I do know the Minecraft worlds do get considerably large over time, but sometimes not. So probably has to do with exactly that, you know, what all you've looked at, how deep things go, what you've modified, all of that sort of thing. Whether you have, you know, like 1,000 cows, that's probably barely into it. And I, of course, don't have 1,000 cows in this world. I have an embarrassingly small amount of cows. It's probably just like 100. It may even be less than that. I could get more, but I always get distracted and leave home before I can get the herd to fruition. I don't even have a chicken farm in this world. I was supposed to do it on like the 4th day. World gets big enough, grow up to start another world, yeah. That would be a very me thing to do. I'd be like, oh, you know, I know we played on this hardcore world, but I'm just gonna quit it. I feel like starting another one. I was thinking of dying on purpose and pretending that I didn't, but then I thought, you know, to save on postage, we'll just leave it. Got a Badlands. This is probably the same old Badlands that we're familiar with, as it is not terribly far from our home. We witness here a lot of blue dots, so that is the not at all rare psychotic Acacia Village irrigation system. As we fly through, like, their whole way of life is about to crumble. It all worked until we witnessed it, and now, you know, dust in the wind, ash in their mouths. It's truly a horrifying time to be a denizen of that particular area of the map. Now, can we get home with this elytra? Just start another roleplay 2 at the same time would go wrong? Yeah, exactly. I could speed run on hardcore, and then, you know, speed run. If I tracked it, every time I beat the game would be a personal best for a while, right? But I don't want to push the elytra too much further, so we're just going to coast down here in this nice little plains that has a lot of tulips. Is this a flower forest jutting out into it, or do plains get tulips sometimes? I guess plains get tulips sometimes. They just get the varied amounts of them, so there you go. Now we know. And knowing is 2/3 of the battle. Yeah, we're not really getting many creepers, but as long as we have ammunition, we have got plenty of hostages. I was hoping he would bring us some gunpowder as a gift. It was not to be. Oh, some rotten flesh? You shouldn't have. He's got a sword! I've been grievously attacked. This attempt on my life has left me scarred and deformed. I was so distracted by that terrible creeper's attempt to slay me, and I couldn't even shoot at all of these other creepers straight. It was very sad. And yes, that is why I couldn't do it. Not because I'm bad. It was because of how much I had been hurt by their attempts. By Renee. Hi, Drifter. Alright, so yeah. Apparently all it takes is one little night of fighting some fools in a field, and then your elytra will be mostly mended all the way up. Mostly all the way up. That is a drifter. Not a drifter, a creeper. He was drifting down here. He thought I wouldn't see him. He thought he was camouflaged. He was not. Alright, so now I have a ton of gunpowder and not a ton of paper for it, so we will just go ahead and acquire a little bit there. But alas, I'm like, no, I was gonna say I don't have time, but we will have time. I'll probably just have to turn off the camera while I put socks on. It's like, we won't have time to get home for the dance party. It's 10:31, but I have plenty of time. I literally do not remember this sand pillar being made. Was this like one of the canal ones? Ah, yes, this is one of the canal ones. Now I know exactly where we are. And I'm sure all of you do too. For we'll be home in almost no time. As we crest over the hill here, the familiar lights of the mountainous railroad will emerge. Over the crest of the hill here, the familiar cherry groves of home. And in just a moment, just one little moment, we'll be able to see our house as it is on the meadow. Come on, where is it? There we are. And we'll arrive home with exactly 2 rockets left. That will be plenty to get all the ones that we need. Magnificent. A ritual seed for Garuda the Great. Come, Garuda, stand atop the dragon. Right next to the dragon is good too, Garuda. Alright. Well, the crime family all back together. We'll let Bella sit around here. Is there a disc in? No. Alright. I think in honor of our return home, we should listen to the glorious pig step. Map towards invisible space. Yes, Natasha, exactly. It's like one of those little maps where you can clearly see when the power's out. But I invite you all to listen to Pig Step with me. I actually am going to turn off my face cam and get my shoes and stuff on for work because I have to get out of the door in like 5 minutes. But thanks you so much for being here, and I'll still be here to see if you're talking in chat. You know, it's good that I got this disc. It was a fine addition to my collection. Very important. As I say this, I'm sure it does exist, but I'm like, I wonder if there's like a Minecraft on vinyl, and then I could buy it and listen to Minecraft. But we will have Bella sit. Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh no! I struck her with an egg. She will never forgive me. I'm gonna wake up and there's gonna be like a whole rabbit in the bed next time. But so we arrive at the end of the video, and yeah, when we come back, who knows what we'll do? I think we'll go into the trial ruin and get a mace, and you know, do some of that. But hard to say. See you guys.